Hello, everybody. This is episode 16 of Daphney Spivey's Real Talk Unlimited. The topic of discussion I want to touch on tonight is family reuniting. That is my topic. I got those two fine people on the cover is my grandmother and my grandfather, who they say I look so much like my grandmother. I get that all the time. And it's fitting because she also said that I kind of remind me of her when in her younger days. Nobody knows that but me and her. I'm having a very emotional week, obviously the last 2 weeks. Lately, just lost one of the best uncles I had. I have a lot of favorite uncles, and he's also definitely one of my favorites. I'm just numb about the situation right now, and I want everybody to just, come together, we as a family, because our grandparents taught us that. That's where we got that from. They were the ones that kept us all together. Everybody having disagreements, arguments, fights, and they were kind of like the mediators and the keeping us all together. And now that they are gone, it's different. It's not the same. I am planning on going down south this weekend with my sister's brother and my niece to say our last goodbye to our uncle, Mr. Clifton Wright. He was a heavy inspiration on me as well, little growing up. And, he taught me a lot, and he always listened to me when I asked him for advice or anything, And he was one of those influential people. He had a heart of gold, and he just loved everybody. There's so many great, wonderful things about him. I don't even have the time to talk about it because he's just that kind of a man. I want to say something to my cousins who are grieving for the loss of their father, my uncle. My cousin Sheila, my cousin Melody, my cousin Nikki, Trey, Kimberly, and especially my Aunt Annie, who are grieving through this trying time. And us as family, we need to come together. It's a good time, but it's a sad time, we always come together when somebody passes away, and I hear people saying we don't call each other enough, we don't get in touch with each other enough, and I'm really want to change that, because we grew up with them, and our other cousins that we all grew up around, it's like we just need to stay close. I feel like we need to keep in touch more often, and us making efforts to come see each other. I know everybody's schedule is different. We all know this. But at least if we still Facebooking or, just some social media to keep us in contact. And, it's better that way. I always believe in family. I know sometimes I don't reach out to everyone like I was supposed to, because honestly, I'm still in a little grieving process myself. I keep the shell, and I'm just inside that shell, and sometimes I just don't want to come out. But I want to change that as well. And I love my cousins. I love all my family, Even the ones that we haven't been close to for a long time. I love them too. I love all my family, and it's important for family togetherness time. It's no time for bickering and arguing about what and who said what, and I just get so get so irritated by that, because us as family, we shouldn't act like that towards one another. But then again, sometimes family will do that. You never expect what you see or hear, that what they talk about sometimes. And and it's sad to say, and I don't want to say anything negative, but I'm just letting everybody know how I feel about it. Like my sisters and brothers, we have to stay close. My older sister, who lives in Houston, she's always coming to visit, and I feel like it's unfair because we don't take that time to come see her when we need to. And I want to change that as well. I don't want her to feel like we're not trying to come see her or, just be around her. Sometimes schedules get crazy. Money sometimes act a little funny. But, there's still no excuse. We still should make plans to see our sister. We're all we got now. Both our parents are gone. So I just want everybody to just be close as they are, like everyone else. My aunts and uncles, they taught me so much growing up myself, and it's like I love them dearly. I love them just the same. If they act different, I love them just the same, because they are our rocks, And they're passing the torch when they leave the earth. They pass the torch on to us, and we have to carry on that family legacy like Grandma would have wanted us to. I'm just real big on family. I get so sad sometimes because I can't go see my family like I want to, but I like I said, I want to change all of that. Because life is too short to be angry, to be frustrated about certain things. I know everybody's going through things, and everybody pointing the finger of this and that, and this who did what, and it shouldn't even be about that. And I know people was like, oh, family turn on you quicker than strangers, and I hear that all the time too. And sometimes it's not the case. Sometimes families, when we come together through tragedies, and it shouldn't always be like that. We should set time and places, just to be down there, just to see them, and to check on everybody, see how everybody doing. Like I said, we do have social media and all that, and we can still reach out to each other and call each other every now and again. I just feel like I need to do more on my part. I feel like I don't. And I'm truly, truly sorry about that. Guess I'm just one of those people that when you're still grieving, sometimes you can reach out to your cousins, and sometimes you just in that shell, like, my parents are gone. I just feel empty sometimes, and I'm angry, and I just lash out at the wrong people sometimes, and I don't mean it. It's just like that. So like I said, I want to tell my cousins who's, grieving their father, and trust and believe we're going through it, because that's his brother, my dad's brother, and we're all feeling it. I just want them to know that we'll be there for them like they always been there for us all our lives. And our other cousins, we're all going to be there for each other no matter what. No matter how other family members act, they don't make us want to act like that, because we're family. And I know I don't act like that. I will never act a certain way, because if I don't see my family for a long time, I just forget about them. Like, oh, who is this? Like, I don't even, I would never do that. That's just not in my character. I can't. If I'm all about family and all my cousins, and they've been there for me, and they've been around me, they showed me the ways of things, and I've shown them the ways of things, and it should be like that. I just want to touch bases on that family reuniting, because I think we all should just reunite, just for the sake of my grandma and my grandpa and everybody else. I just feel we're not as close as we are. Not like I'm saying anything negative. I'm just talking about it. Sometimes talk about it, it heals, all wounds that we all been going through. Family, we stay together. because we always going to have each other's back, and that's what it should be all about. Family should always look after each other through thick and thin, through whatever's going on in our lives. And I feel so connected to my family. I just don't want to lose that, especially with my siblings. You know, sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I feel out of place. Sometimes I don't feel the type of love that I should be getting. I mean, that's how I'm feeling. I don't know how everybody else is feeling, but it's just like I'm sometimes left out in the cold. I'm always forgotten about in some form. But like I said, I'm not here to coming out here to judge anybody. I just want to make everything better for me, for my sisters and brothers and my cousins, you know, everybody, my aunties, my uncles, all of them. I've got a whole lot of them. I just wish that things were just the same. It's just not. And that's why I want to tell everybody, if y'all go through things and if y'all are family, y'all should stick together. Like they say, blood is thicker than water. Sometimes people don't believe in that because they have other family members that they really don't click with or they have issues with. Y'all gonna have issues with family regardless. But one thing is for sure, we all bleed the same. We got the same blood. We're all cut. We're family. Like, that should never change at all. That is the main focus of my topic of discussion. We have to come together, even through the good times, more than the bad, you know? And, like, I feel like when I see them, when we come together, it's like how we used to be when we were younger. I do miss that. And I miss all my family. Like, I want to come together. I want to take trips and visit. I want to do that. Sometimes, I know they say work get in the way, but sometimes you got to chill out on work for a minute and get yourself some air, some extra room to breathe and just take a little vacay just for a minute. So that's what I want to plan on doing. I want to go see my sister. I want to plan this in a couple months. Even if I got to go by myself, I will go down there to see my sister, and I want to see how different side of life is, different cities, because, you know, who knows? Because I am trying to move to Texas, so I want to see how that goes when I go down there to visit. Like, I want her to take me in all parts of Texas. I want to see what it has to offer, you know? And I just want everybody to just feel me on this subject. No matter what happens, what we all go through, we family and we love each other, and that's what our grandparents taught us. And I always hear this all the time. You the next one, need a bullock. Your voice, your wisdom, your talk. She tells me that. Like I said, me and my grandma, I'll never forget the conversations that we always had together when I was young and coming up, and before I was leaving. Before our family left to go to another town, I had that last talk with her, and I'll never forget it. Follow your path and your dreams. That's what she tells me. She said, I'm more smarter than what people give me credit for, and I believe that. And I doubt myself every time, but I was always the one that people can depend on, and I want to keep it that way. I want to depend on my family, and I want them to depend on me. And I want them to know that I love them oh so very much. I'm all about family, like I said before, and if y'all are dealing with that kind of thing, y'all have to fix it. You can fix anything. Family is everything. No matter through the bad times, the arguments, the fights, we all are family. Get along and move along. Just move forward to better things. And we need to be better at treating our family the way they're supposed to be treated. And I'm going to close this. And before I go, I want my cousins to know I love y'all and I'm thinking about y'all. And I will see y'all this weekend. And I do want to touch bases with you guys and say my last goodbye to my uncle. Thank you for listening. Until next time.